10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, praise the Lord, everybody. We are back again for another midweek motivation here at the Love Center Cathedral. And again, this is Bishop Tyrone Smith.
And I'm Lady Savannah Smith.
And again, we're delighted to be with you on another midweek. These days are going by so fast, it almost seems like we never even moved from the previous Wednesday. I mean, things are just going so rapidly fast.
I know you're talking about the days, the month is going by so fast.
I mean,
can't believe we're in February.
We're in
already.
February. We're in February, and we're already on the 9th day. I mean, the time is really getting by, and so I pray that everybody's just doing well. I pray that everybody is safe as we're moving through these months, moving through these days and weeks. I just pray everybody is safe. I do like to report that in the state of Maryland, just was watching on the news that the COVID numbers are declining.
That's good.
The COVID numbers are declining. And so it is very good to know that those numbers are finally starting to go down, and we're starting to see, some good numbers as far as that's concerned. Daughter, how are you this evening? I pray that you are doing really well. And the Lord bless you. So good to have you all on. Listen, I need everybody right now, as we're just kind of saying hello to everybody, want you to just go ahead and start tagging and sharing like Tracy did. If y'all see, Tracy's already started tagging some people and sharing it. I want you to go ahead and do that right now. Just go ahead and start tagging some people and sharing this, and just let them know that the Love Center Maryland, the Love Center Cathedral is on the air.
Hi, Lady Tracy.
That's your mama saying hello. She just wants to say hello. She got
love you more.
We love you very much. Love you very much. Love you very much. So lot going on. We're headed into Valentine's Day is coming over this within the next 7 days. No, actually now 5th day, 5 days. It's the 14th, 12th. I don't really know what it is. Because for me, Valentine is
it's every day.
If you need a day to kind of have a reason, that's a little suspect to me. That's a little suspect.
Just a little.
If you need a day, I mean, come on. At this point, we should really be. Now, I do want to say that, for some people, you gotta have it. I get it. I'm not trying to take that away from, anybody. But I would say at some point, that love doesn't need a day.
Yes.
That love doesn't need a moment. That love just needs an opportunity.
Which every day you have an
There it is.
opportunity to show your love. And before we go any further, today is a very special day. Today is my mom's birthday. So, mom, if
Absolutely.
you are watching, we want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Yes,
I pray
yes,
that
yes,
you
yes,
enjoyed
yes,
your
yes,
day and
yes,
your
yes.
time. And may the Lord continue to bless and keep you, and you will be in good health, good spirit always. So, we love you so very much if you're watching
Absolutely.
tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mama, just want to say happy birthday to you. Glad that you are here and you are doing extraordinarily well. She got a chance to spend the entire Christmas holiday with us, her and your father. And we had a great time. We had a great time. It was good. It was good for them to get away
Yes.
because they hadn't had a chance to get up here before, so it was good that they got a chance to
Yeah.
be up here, and they was up here for a good amount of time, and we had a good time.
We did, and we're looking forward to them coming back again.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to them coming back. Um, Now, on top of it being your mom's birthday, I just want to say that all month long, we're going to be celebrating Black History Month. We're going to be celebrating Black History Month, and so before we really get into the broadcast, really, really good, I was thinking, how could we make sure that people really understand the significance that we have made? I mean, we have really made a profound impact upon the global world in terms of inventions and who we are as a people. So, uh, before we go into all of what we're going to go into in the broadcast, I want you to just, I want you, if you're African American, I want you to take a look at this, and I want to let this resonate with you as you are existing in the world right now. I want you to take a look at this because this is quite powerful to the mind of the African American. Take a look at this. Wow. See, that's what I mean by the significance of the African American mind. I mean, you're talking about everything from the phone, the caller ID. Um, you're talking about the elevator. I mean, I mean, we really have made some very profound very, very profound inventions that have changed the global world. And so, again, I just want you all to know that as we are celebrating uh, Black History Month, I just want you all to know the significance that you have uh, been a part of as the culture of the African American people. I just want you to understand just how significant of a impact that we have made on the world. We have really, really done a lot to change the scope of the world. So I just want to say to all of you, especially those of you who are of an African American descent, ladies and gentlemen, please be proud of your heritage and guard your heritage.
Absolutely.
Guard your heritage. Do not ever let anybody make you feel less of an individual because of the pigmentation of your skin. It is that skin that has made such a profound effect upon the world, and you are standing on the shoulders of those who have done these things. And so be proud of what these individuals have done, and make sure that you celebrate this month. And I know that some would say, as I said before, that, we never asked for this month. No, we didn't ask for it, but I think we need to take the liberty in celebrating who we are as a people.
Yes.
There's always things that are being done in the scope of television and media that degrades the value of African American presence. So I think this would be a good time for us to celebrate the things that we have done, the impacts that we have made, and not glorify a lot of those shows where there's killings, drug activity, and all of those other things, the degrading of women
Yes.
and
The
their
drama.
clothings and things.
Yes.
We need to take, we need to look at ourselves in a better light. It's a shame that the only time we really take a good look at an African American woman is because of her figure. But there's more to her than just her figure. There's more to her than just
Way
her figure,
more.
way more. And I just want to say, now I'm grateful for a good figure. Now, don't, I don't want nobody to get confused. Um, and I'm grateful for a great figure, but I'm also grateful for a great mind.
Yes.
Um, there was an old saying that they was said years ago: a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And so we look at our minds and we can tell that we have really, really made a profound effect on the world.
Yes, we have. Our fingerprints are in some of everything.
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 So listen, so I also want to, while I'm taking this moment, listen, I need everybody to take a look right there. Everybody see that right there? I need you to register. I need you to go and subscribe. You see it right there? There it is right there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. I need you to do that. So that way you can stay in tune with our broadcasts and things that we're going to be doing, because there's a lot of things that are going to be happening forthcoming. We don't want you to miss it. So please subscribe. All right. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search the Love Center Maryland. All right. Need you to do that. First Lady, I got something to share with you. And you don't know
With
this.
me?
Yep. So First Lady does not know what I'm getting ready to share. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. And it's a good thing. Relax. It's I mean, it's First Lady be getting this look on her face like I'm going to expose her to the world. Relax, sweetheart. Relax. I got you. I got
I
you.
don't know about you.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that
In a
means.
good way, of course.
So first, I want to announce. That we have a new member to our church. Uh, Christina Harper has become a member of the Love Center Cathedral, and I want everybody right now in the chat. I want you to celebrate this precious young lady that just joined the church. She's actually a friend of our son Dominic. They used to work together when he was at Amazon. And so I had a wonderful discussion with her on this afternoon. And during my conversation with her, and this is my my great reveal on tonight. So,
Welcome, Christina. We're glad to have you as part of the Love Center family.
absolutely, 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 absolutely. Christina, we are delighted to have you a part. Now, I think she may or may not be at work right now. So if she don't see her, that's the only reason why. But I do want to say that when I was talking to her on tonight, she shared something that I thought it would be good for First Lady to know. I thought it would be good for you to know. She shared that she has been watching the broadcast since May of last year.
Really?
She's been watching the
Wow.
broadcast since May of last year. She logs on every Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, and she has been watching our broadcast. And so, in watching the broadcast, she said, because I asked her, I said, well, have you ever had a chance to watch us virtually? And she said, oh, yeah, absolutely. She said, I watch the 11 o'clock broadcast every Sunday.
Wow.
I said, okay. But she wanted to emphasize that she enjoys First Lady. And she referenced First Lady's message on Mother's Day. And she said
Wow.
it had a very profound effect on her life because of where she is in her life.
Wow.
She said, I remember that message. It really, really, really touched me.
Oh my. You never know who's watching. Wow.
You see? And you
Wow.
was getting ready to just, you was getting ready to just log off and run.
I didn't know what you were going to say.
First lady gets so nervous, y'all. She be thinking I'm
I'm
going to
not nervous.
get ready to set her up or something. Y'all got to know that Bishop ain't going to do that.
But
Bishop ain't going to do
that does make my heart feel really good to know that
absolutely.
there are people that are watching the broadcast who's being touched, that we may not hear their testimonies until months later, but that lets us know that we are doing the work of the kingdom and that we are redirecting people to God instead of the attention to Bishop and myself. So that really does
Yes,
bless
yes,
me.
yes. She was very adamant, and I have a call with her mother.
Really?
I have a call with her mother forthcoming, and I'm looking forward to talking with her because most likely her mother's going to be joining
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, her
That's
mother's going to be
awesome.
joining too, and just want to say a shout out to them. She actually works um, out in another part of Maryland, Jessup. So she's a very vital part of our community, and I just want to say thank you for what you do and how you do it. And we just appreciate you. So, Christina, welcome to our Love Center family. Just welcome, 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 welcome. Um, Now, as always, I do want to just emphasize again that we are hiring the Smith firm and agency is hiring, and we are looking for agents right now. And I want to just reiterate that if you really are just kind of tired of a regular job, or you're really just not sure of your future, there is no secure future than insurance, because insurance is not going nowhere.
Anywhere.
I don't care where you at in the world, you gonna need insurance, and we have the training for you. You don't need any experience, and you only need a high school diploma, which most people don't know that in the insurance world, you don't need a college degree. You don't need a college degree. All you need is a high school diploma, and we can train you. And we are accepting both part time and full time. So if you just want to start off part time and you want to work with us, we certainly can work with you. We have over 30 carriers that can provide the financial solutions for the individuals that you're going to be working with. We have a very comprehensive system in how we're going to do what we do, and we have the guaranteed success. We have it. We've got individuals even now that are a part of our church family that are now agents working with me, and they're doing very, very well. And so that's a shout out to Mickey Paran. Um, just grateful for her. So, and looking forward to how She's going to continue to do well. She's really been putting in the work. And just so you'll know, like I said, we're advertising everywhere. We're advertising everywhere. So as I said, when you see, if you see it out there, just get that information right off of the banner or off of the advertisement if you want more information. Again, you can call us at 443-898-8178. That's 443-898-8178. Or you can contact us at bishoptsmith at hotmail.com. All right. And even you may not say, well, Bishop, I don't need a job, but I want to get some insurance. Listen, we want to be able to help you. We want to be able to help you. All you got to do is just go to www.ifsky.com. www.ifsky.com. Now, I also want to say, as an announcement on tonight, you can now also go to www.smithfirm.agency. You can go to www.smithfirm.agency and you'll be able to get that code as well. We have secured our own domain for our insurance company and the agency, and we're delighted. We are extremely delighted at the progress that God has done for us. We are licensed right now in Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Michigan, Maryland, Pennsylvania, South Carolina. Actually put there on there twice, got to take that off, and Tennessee. So North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Michigan, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. And we've also added, because I know Mickey is appointed in Georgia. Shout out to Georgia. Lady Tracy is right down there. She's actually moving toward becoming an agent as well. So we're licensed in Georgia as well. And so we can cover you. We can cover you. So just keep all those things in mind. If you need some insurance, we certainly want to be able to provide that. If you need beyond insurance, investments, 401k, 403b, if you have an IRA, if you have a Roth, we can help you with those things. All right. We can help you with those things. So very delighted at our ability to do what we do and very glad about what we're doing because we are growing exponentially and I am grateful for it. Grateful for it. Also want to remind you again about the 1 hour prayer guide. Please know that prayer is a very essential part of your life in Christ. Please take the time. Go to our website, www.tlcmd.org/membership.html. Scroll down to the bottom and you're going to see what you see on the screen right now. It is the 1 hour prayer guide. And that guide is actually 12 boxes, 5 minutes each one. And it shows you how you can pray. And it shows you how you can pray. And it's just real simple in certain areas: Thanksgiving, revival of yourself, lost souls, praying for the United States and Israel. Very important. Very important. Praying for an awakening, not only within yourself, but in our government, in our country. Praying for your church, praying for your business. Standard intercession, letting the Holy Spirit to direct you. And if you're praying for the sick, your attitude, oh my God, your attitude.
Yes.
Take time to really ask God to work on your attitude. Praying for your needs, praying for the things that you need, and then and ultimately just worshiping God. Just worshiping God. All of those things are very, 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 very essential. And I appreciate you sharing that, Lady Tracy, because it really does help. It helps because sometimes you're trying to figure out, what to pray. So much going on in your mind. And so you want to have a guide on how you can really pray more effectively because the Bible says that we are to pray and not faint.
Yes.
We got to pray and not faint. So please, by all means, pray. Pray, ladies and gentlemen. Encourage one another to pray. As a matter of fact, we will be starting a prayer group very, very soon. So keep your eyes and ears open for that.
And let me say this, not only just that's good, Lady Tracy, that you said to pray, even on the go, but I'm in my car early in the morning and I pray every single morning because I find that when I pray, it sets the tone for my day. It sets my mindset that I
Yeah,
go into
yeah,
work,
yeah,
that
yeah,
no matter what happens,
yeah,
I'm able to deal with whatever that comes my way. And I do believe that it is because of my prayers that I am able to get through my day, especially dealing with some of the things that I have to deal with at work.
yeah,
And I would
yeah.
encourage each of you to do the same thing too. When you get up in the morning, you may not feel the best, but we have to learn how to speak and command our day, because if we do not, it gives the enemy room and he will wreak havoc on your day and disrupt your peace
Yeah, yeah.
at any opportunity that he can. So I strongly encourage you to pray every morning whenever you get up and or before you go to work.
Listen, I think, again, if you don't do anything, let's just hey, let's just take that moment to pray. And just so you'll know what I'll do, thank God for technology. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really show you all just how easy this really is. I'm going to show you how easy this is. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate to you just how easy this really is. So um, if you all look right now, um, if you look right here, you see I'm on the site right now. I'm on the site right now. So what I'll do is I'm going to make this solo. I'm going to come out of here. All right. So I'm on the site right now. All right. I'm on the physical site right now. And as I'm scrolling down, this is how the site is going to come up. Okay. Members. When you go to TLC members, it's right here.
It's still frozen.
Mhm. You go to TLC members, and this is our member services. Now, our member services actually has an array of different things that we have for members and even non-members, because we have funeral services here. In the event that your loved one is passed, you click the funeral services and we have the information that we can help you and your family in the event that that has happened. But along with that, we also have scheduling a wedding, christening. If you want to become a part of the Love Center team, requesting a meeting with me, and under the become a member, under the become a member, if you click become a member and you scroll down, fine. I just want to make sure you all can hear. Nope, because I want to add that. Just want to make that. I want to go back to that. I want to come back to that because they couldn't hear me. Hmm. Want to make sure that you all can hear. You won't unmute. So let's remove that. And then, there we are. I was like, where are we here? There we go. technology. When my producer's not here, I got to do a lot of stuff on my own. So sometimes it becomes a little bit difficult. So now I'm going to add that back because I want. It looks like when I'm sharing. So it looks like when uh, right here. Okay. Now I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. I want to make sure everybody can hear me, so that way everybody should be able to hear me. Everybody should be able to hear me now. So I want to go back because everybody can hear me good. So under the TLC member, okay. Now again, when you go to become a member, you become a member, and then here you scroll all the way down and you go past our constitution, bylaws, and new member syllabus, and we'll talk about that at a later time. And then you see this photo, which most of you all don't know. That's First Lady. That is First Lady with the nations of the world that are painted on her face. And this photo we did to encourage people to the whole Second Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, would humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I'll forgive their sins and heal the land. And then it says in Matthew 26:40, then he turned to the disciples and found them sleeping, saying, couldn't you men keep watch with me for 1 hour? And below you will see the 1 hour prayer. Now, the 1 hour prayer, as you hover over it, you'll see it's got different messages to encourage you on how you should pray. And it just tells you different things that you need to know. Each one, you'll notice it says 5 minutes. And each 5 minute block is an opportunity for you to pray. And again, I want to encourage everyone that you don't necessarily need to pray. You don't need to necessarily pray the whole 60 minutes. If you take 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, we just want to encourage everybody to just get into the routine of prayer. We just want to get them into the routine of prayer, because the routine of prayer is going to be a very essential part of your life in Christ. And we have really done everything that we can to ensure that you all have what you need. We really have done everything that we could do. We try to think of everything that we can so that individuals can really, they can benefit from being connected to the ministry.
Right.
So again, so if you go to www.tlcmd.org, go to the TLC members, click become a member, scroll down, and you're going to see the blocks there, and it's going to help you in that time of prayer and intercession. It's going to help you. It really, really is going to help them. And listen, take full advantage of it. All right, take full advantage of it. All right. So here we are. We're in that time of year again, and we're heading toward Valentine's Day. So we get a chance to talk about relationships. That's we do that a lot, and we do that a lot because we we've had a lot of comments about our love towards one another, and I'm proud to be able to say that we have really touched a lot of people's lives with the love that we have. I'm really really glad about that. And so we had started Love Chronicles a time back, and then we also did from Love Chronicles. We also did Real Relationships.
That's
And what's real. How real are you in your relationship? And I wanted to I wanted to go back there again. I want to go back there again because we're going into, Valentine's Day. Now, I want to say this. Remember, we were talking a little while ago, and I said, people see our relationship, but I don't think they really understand how we got here. They look at what it is. People are, people always talk about, your ring is blinding people, and you know, and they talk about that, and they talk about the things that we do, but they don't know. They don't really know how it happened. But what they really don't know, and I wanted to take the liberty to share tonight, as we're going into Valentine's Day, because everybody has this aspiration on being in a relationship. And I, relationship is a beautiful thing, but I think there's a misconception about it. I think the purview is a little distorted.
A lot distorted. Carry on.
Oh my. um, it is distorted. There are some things that I don't think people really consider, and I hear a lot of these scenarios on what they gonna accept, what they not gonna accept, what they gonna do, what they gonna not do. And I was trying to figure out how do I make people understand that some of some of their theory and thinking is off. It's off because you're looking how are you looking for something? You're looking for this great perfection, but you are far from
I
it.
believe at some point all of us were like that, even myself years ago. And it's easy to say, what you want, what you're going to do, and what you're going to accept and not accept. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But I believe you still have to leave some room. There you have your non-negotiables, but there are some things that you may have to be a little flexible with, because when you meet someone, and what if they fit the criteria or one of the requirements that you may say that's a non-negotiable, but if you meet the right person, that cancels that. So it all
Mm.
depends
Wow.
on
Wow.
what you see in the individual
Wow.
that you are looking to, or the possibility of being with. Not to say that you shouldn't set any standards, but if you do find that one person, it may be worth taking a step back and thinking about, what are my
Wow.
non-negotiables? Is this really a deal breaker? Is this something that I can work with?
You,
Because we all say have said at one point in our younger years, I'm not settling for this, I'm not going to do this, he has to have this, she has to have that. And to each his own. But I think when you get a little older, there are other things that you start to look at that didn't matter as much when you were younger.
hmm. And I agree. And I do think that age plays a very pivotal role in your thinking because the way that your wavelength is working when you are in your 20s is significantly different when you get in your 40s.
Yes, it
There's a
is.
whole different theory of mind that is projected. But here's something else that I thought it was very interesting when you were talking about the non-negotiable. And I hope y'all really tuned in to what First Lady said. Because she said, you have these non-negotiables, but then when you get to a certain person, a particular individual can make you renegotiate your non-negotiable. Now, here's how true that really is. Because And I'm going to use us in this two-way talk. Now, I'm praying that you all, engage this conversation, because I'm going to really open up and talk about. I'm going to talk about me. I'm going to talk about me. All right. Because I know, I got this thing where I put everybody on the spot, and, everybody just be like, oh my God, what did Bishop Gary say? Especially First Lady. First Lady be just like, oh my God, what is he going to say? So, tonight is really just about me, because I want to show you all something. Would when would you say, because I hear this all the time, and this is the reason why I'm bringing this up. I hear women say all the time, if he living with his mama, I ain't dating him. He living with his mama. If he don't have no car, I ain't dating him. If he don't have a certain amount of money, I ain't dating him. He's got to be these things, because these are the non-negotiables, right? First Lady, look at you smiling. Look at you smiling. So tell the viewing audience.
I don't know what you go ahead.
No, I want you to tell them, so that way it is about me, but I want them to know that it's not a lie. It's not a lie. That when we met, where was I living at?
At your mother's house?
And when we met at that very moment, did I have a job?
Yes, you did. You had a job.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you did. You were
Mm-mm.
working at this.
I had started working for MCI. We had started talking. Because remember, shortly after I started, one of the first people that I wrote was you.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I forgot about
you
that.
forgot about
I
that.
did.
You forgot about that. Mm-mm.
Okay, next
Look,
question. Go ahead.
First Lady got this look like, wait a doggone minute. Now this is, ooh, this is interesting. It made her kind of say, wait a minute, what was I thinking?
Stop it.
She go, oh my goodness. What was I thinking? You see,
That's
so Laytre
not
said,
what I was
yes,
thinking.
there needs to be able to have some things come to the table with something. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. Right. Um, and then it's buffering. That's just technology, daughter. That's technology. But I want to be clear. I want everybody. I want to make sure First Lady's mic was working when she said what she said, and I needed to help her, because y'all know First Lady beautiful. She beautiful.
I
She's
think they
all of
heard
that.
me.
But sometimes her memory is bad, so I gotta help her with her memory.
Oh,
So
really?
so you just didn't remember that.
We'll talk about
So
that later.
you so when First Lady met me, at the
She heard me.
she heard
Yes, and I'm sure the others did as well.
yeah. Okay, so now here's the problem. Here's the problem. Because we have these non-negotiables. We say, you got to have this, got to have this, got to have this. Well, when you met me, I didn't have none of that. I didn't have a job. I didn't even have my own car.
That's true.
I didn't have a job. I didn't have a car, and I was living at my mom's house. Now, I need someone. Uh, you funny.
Thank you, Lady Tracy.
So okay, so let's unravel this. Let's unravel this, because according to what most women would say as the non-negotiables, I know those three typically fall in the non-negotiable category. Does it not?
It does.
It does. I'm living at my mom's house. I have no job, and I have no car. So what was attracting? What drew you? What made you say, "Ooh, I won't date him"?
So first of all,
Wait. Why you saying like? Wait, wait a minute. Why you saying like? Now let's clarify. I mean, why are you saying like that? I mean,
no,
I'm just stating the facts. The facts are, I was at my mother's house at that
that's
time.
true.
I was not employed, right?
Right.
And I had no car.
That's true. So there was something about Bishop, yes, and of course, I myself said the same thing that I would not date anybody that did not have a car, that was living with their mom, and some of the other things that he mentioned. And not to mention, I always said that I would not marry a preacher.
Oh boy, so this is getting more interesting as this whole thing plays
And
out.
you know that.
Oh, I
I mean, you
definitely.
know that. So, but it,
I
it
did know
was
that.
it was something about Bishop. Bishop was, although he was in the situation that he was in, um, he was up.
Oh, wait. So let's, because I want you to slow down, because I want to walk this out, because some folk kind of be piecing stuff together and all that. Now I want you to piece it together. I want you to understand. I want you to really understand how these ladies be thinking, and how you got this thing in your mind that you ain't gonna date this guy because of this, and this, and this, and you categorize him because of certain things that is going on in his life at that time. Okay, now, but be very clear. What is typically some of the non-negotiables that most women say, I was that guy. I was that guy.
Yes, but there was something, and we'll.
Sit.
I'm not going to comment on
No,
my
no, no.
my
I
my.
want you.
No, let me finish. I'm not going
Okay.
to elaborate on my comment about the preacher, but I see you, Lady Tracy. But it was something about Bishop. He was,
Okay.
although he was in the.
Tracy, like, no, I ain't marrying
We'll
no more
go there
preacher.
another night,
I
Lady
ain't
Tracy.
marrying no preacher. Like, watch what you say,
But
daughter.
it was something about
Watch what you
Bishop.
say.
He was upfront with me when we first met.
So mother, I wasn't freeloading off of my mother. I wasn't this person. You see, wow, I got a lot of stuff going on right there.
What is really going on?
Boy, that was
But it's
interesting.
fine there.
That was interesting. Um, so I had a lot of stuff going on. Now, the stuff that I had going on,
Lady Tracy said your
yeah,
mic
it
was
it
out.
was it was buffering. Technology. I don't know what's going on. But when you said I had a situation.
Yes.
Now, so let me explain to you all that are listening and that will view this, what happened. When I met First Lady, I was recovering from the death of my wife. Okay. I was recovering from the death of my first wife, right? And when I met her, Oh, wait a minute. Let's do this. Now you should be able to hear.
What did you do?
Okay. You all should be able to hear now.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Now you all can hear. I'm telling you, the system is that crazy. Because, and I mean, we're not even pumping a lot into the system. So I don't know what this is. Uh, so now let's go back. Now, when we started, the time that we started dating, I was living at my mother's house, no job, no car. I want everybody to be clear. I'm reiterating that over and over again because those are some of the commonalities that I hear with women. Now, and I want to be clear that I understand why you're saying it, but I think you all need to be very careful because sometimes there's a diamond in an unwrapped package, and you just need to just take a minute. But you got um well
I think we're good.
this thing is really acting crazy. It's acting crazy. And I'm getting ready to shift completely. I'm ready to shift completely because I'm ready to because this is acting real crazy.
But I think they can hear you now.
Can you all hear us? They can still hear us.
Yes.
Okay.
So to what you were saying is you have to look at the package
Have to look at
because
package.
there's a diamond wrapped in
Yeah.
it.
Now,
And for
now,
though that's good.
no, but I wanted to also say that in because I don't know if they heard me because it was going in and out. My first wife had just passed. I was in transition. I was in a transition period. So when she met me, though I really wasn't looking for anything, I was in a transition. So now you all should now you all should be able to hear me. We came off of the other the other system. We went to the raw system. Now you all should be able to hear real good. You ought to be able to hear really, really good. Now, what I was in this transition. Because I was in this transition, what she saw was not who I was. That's not who I was. I was in a transitional period. So as I'm in this transitional period, even though I was at my mother's house, didn't have no job, didn't have no car, that wasn't who I was. So continue.
So he was saying that
Talk
you have to examine the package because there could be a diamond inside. Not to say
Keep going. Keep going.
not to say that
I'm gonna pull up her comment so that way you can see it. Go ahead.
not to say that your non-negotiable, and your standards, not to say that they don't matter, but it all depends on one where the individual is at. I was much younger at the time, and even at that age when I first met Bishop, my thought process was different because, again, there are things that I said I would not do. However, he was upfront with me in the beginning. He disclosed, every single thing. And I saw something there and I felt something there. He was a gentleman that he always was, but there was something about him that just totally just dismissed all the other non-negotiables that I had that totally went absolutely against my beliefs at that time, but it was just something about him. And I'm not saying think we're living in a different time now. We're almost 20 years into this, and I know things are different. So it's different when you meet someone that may be in this situation, in transition, so to speak, and maybe at living with somebody, may not have a job, may not have transportation. That's different than meeting somebody that meets all three of those, that's trying to get something from you. Bishop was not trying to get anything from me from the very first time that we met. I did not get the sense that he saw. We had some conversations, but throughout the conversations, I never got a sense that he was trying to befriend me because it was something that I had that he wanted, that he could benefit from. I never got that sense at all. So it's the difference meeting someone that's trying to take as opposed to joining you what you have, and it's a give and take relationship. That was not the case at all. So it is a difference. So I would say still keep your non-negotiables, but you just have to examine the packages whenever they come to you, see if it's worth your time or not. So I would not dare say don't have some prerequisites and some standards already set. You could, because if you don't, I believe you're setting yourself up for failure, and you could settle for anything, but you just have to examine what's presented before you.
So, Tracy, I shouldn't have to do all the unveiling of the diamond. There should be some visibility of the diamond. Some of these diamonds need extra special tools to be unwrapped. Well, see, they're not the ones I'm talking about. They're not the ones I'm talking about. See, when I was referring to me in the context of the unwrapped diamond, what I was alluding to was, yeah, I was in those categories. But even though I was in the category, there was a lot of distinct differences. Very distinct. Distinction number one, I didn't hide it.
He did not. He was very upfront.
I didn't try to hide that.
And I can appreciate.
Now, I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. You never have to hide what you are not ashamed of. You should don't see the only time you're hiding something is if you're ashamed of something, or you're hiding something because you don't want the other person to know about it. But inevitably, at some point, if things should progress, it definitely is going to come out. And I have this saying, and my saying is no, what don't come out in the wash, come out in the rinse. So it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Okay. Now,
that's true, Lady Tracy.
And I get it. I get it. But I want to say, that situation I was in, number one, I had full disclosure. Okay. Now, here's the other part. Here's the other part that I need you all to catch this. I need you all to catch this. Because remember, at the time that I met First Lady, no job, no car, living at my mom's. But I wasn't broke. I wasn't broke. I wasn't broke. I was in transition.
That's the difference.
Now, when I met First Lady, we're at this place, and then, you know, we hit it off very quickly. We hit it off very, very quickly. And so right after we hit it off, we had decided that we were going to meet back at that location where we were the following week. Because the following week, it just so happens, it was her birthday. Now, I need everybody to pay close attention so that when we start talking about non-negotiables and all of these different things, I need you all to catch this. I need you to catch this. And ladies, those of you that are on, so Sharetta is on and Tracy is on. All right. Don't know if anybody else is on, and you're just sitting quiet. But I want either one of you, because you're mature women. You're mature women. I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm getting ready to say. Because yes, I was in those transitional places. These are the things that were going on. I wasn't broke. We set a date the following week to meet back there for your birthday. When we meet back there, We meet there. Your parents were in town. I didn't know your parents were going to be in town. So when we meet, I had, let's see if you can remember, because you always struggle to remember. How? Yes, I'm doing it because you all women always put the man on the spot because you always try to make it seem like the man's memory is so bad. Tell you, first lady, that she's beautiful all day. She's beautiful all day. Well, boy, that mind be going to change. It's changing.
He has his moments.
So, how many dozens of roses did I have delivered to the site that we were at?
I think it was 2 or 3.
No, you got it. It's one or the other.
Just come on now.
Which one was it? Boom.
It was
boom,
one of them. Come on.
boom, 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 boom.
So it was a lot of roses, and they were very that's it. And they were very beautiful.
There were 36 roses, 3 dozen roses I had delivered, incrementally delivered, not in unison, not in increments. You remember the color? No, you don't remember the color. I had red, I had pink, I had white. You don't deliver yellow because yellow is jealousy. You don't deliver those. I ain't jealous about nothing. Red, white, pink. I had the white ones delivered first. Person came, they delivered the roses. And she was very moved. Her mom was very moved. My dad was watching me like a hawk. But mom was watching, she liked it, and then she liked it. And her sister, Ajude, she liked it, right? So while they were all in the moment and they were like, wow, these are so beautiful, in came the pink roses. And so it's like, wow, like white roses, then some pink roses. So they were all in the moment and they were, like, wow. And then while they were in the moment, because she now has a set of white roses in one hand, she's got pink roses in the other, and then in comes the red ones. So by that time, because I done had these roses come in, so they just looking like, is anything else? Anything else coming? Now, here's my point by saying that. And I want to be careful when I make this statement because I don't want to make nobody feel bad. But I'm just trying to make a point that, yeah, no car, no job, living with my mother, but there was a gem that was in me. And I'm always going to be that gem, even if I'm in a bad place. So you got to watch what he does. Watch what he does. Watch how he does it, because what he does and how he does is really telling you whether or not he is or is not this person that you want to be. Because, yeah, again, I was in that situation, but I'm gonna tell you something. I always know how to treat a lady. I always know how to treat a lady. And when I want something, you're gonna know I want it. Let me clear my throat and say it one more time, as my daughter would say for the folk in the back. When I want something, you gonna know that I want it, and it ain't gonna. And at that point, it's real. It's simple. It ain't complicated. It ain't complicated. I made it clear after I met her the previous week. I said, I think this may be investment worthy. So let me put my signature on it. Holler at your man. Let me help a brother out. If you watch, let me help you. If you're trying to get her attention, just understand there's been a plethora of men that have already come before you. You're gonna have to do something that's gonna have to make her say, oh, this guy here is a little bit different. This guy is coming a little bit different.
Even in the midst of his transition.
You see, the transition don't define me. The transition don't define me. I am still that individual that I am, even in the transition. That's why I hear what you're saying, daughter. But sometimes if you meet the right guy and he in the transition, that transition ain't gonna hold him. It's not a hostage. He's not in jail. He's moving. He ain't there. He's moving. And I just wanted it to be clear. And oh, by the way, that date that we had, who paid for that date?
You did.
I paid for the date.
But I think what Lady Tracy is saying, well, after you reach a certain age, I mean, it all depends. You may not want to, I mean, keep digging in. I mean,
I get
you
it.
may not want to wait and watch the diamond unfold. It depends on where you are in your life, and sometimes you don't want to have to unpackage and unravel all that stuff. Yeah, you may be missing something, but I mean, it goes back to the individual. It all depends on what you're willing to do to dig to find that gem. Because truth be told, all of us come to a relationship with something. We do. So it's up to the individual if you want to pull back, if you want to stay in and, so to speak, get rid of the dirt and uncover the gem.
It's up to you. I mean, it's up to the individual. Is it right or wrong? No.
No.
It just depends.
And so the stuff that you have to dig through. Now, let me say this, daughter. Let me say this. Okay. I want to be very specific as I'm saying this. I want to be so specific.
Yeah.
I don't want to insinuate that you got to do this for every guy to come along.
Absolutely not.
Because see, First Lady didn't go through like 9 different guys and and all the junk that comes along with that. No, see, I was intentful. I even though I wasn't looking for something, when I saw her, I said, okay, this is I think I'm gonna make a move here. Now, if he's a real man, when he decides to make a move, you gotta make a move that gets her attention. Because I've always lived my life knowing that there's always the possibility of another guy. Even in my marriage, I'm never ever comfortable thinking that there's not another.
I'm never at that point. I'm never comfortable to think that no one else is going to attract my wife. Now I get it. That's why I don't date. Not right now. Anyway, yeah, I get it. I get it, Tracy. I do. But see, I will also say there's some unique dynamics about your life right now that it may not be advantageous for you to date right now, because number one, you're really on the cusp of your previous marriage, and because of that situation, you really just have to recover from that, right? Because there's some things you got to just get out of your system so that when you meet the next guy, you're not judging him by the experience that you came out of. All right. Because a lot of times we make pre-assessed judgments on certain things because of what we came out of. Because certain circumstances start painting pictures, you're like, oh, I see this. This is some foolishness here it happened right here. Like the first date, he shows up late, right? And you just like, see, this is what happened with my last one, right? But he has a legitimate reason why he's late. He wants to explain it, but you can shut him off like BG&E on a non-payment. You just shut it off. Yeah. So, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that sometimes certain situations you judge pre-adventure and you shut off what could be a great opportunity. But I will also say that the current climate, a lot of things that I see is different. Very different. And a lot of these things that are going on, I don't fault you. Daughter, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I want to be so clear as your spiritual father. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that you're wrong at all, because I see some foolishness out here. I'm serious. I mean, some wretched foolishness. But I will also say, be careful, because I don't think everybody knew the real story behind the Bishop Tyrone Smith signature. They didn't know. They didn't know that no job, no car, you know, and living with my mother in this transition. But when I came to you, I wanted it to be clear. Just know this: where I am now, baby, I ain't gonna be here. You can believe that. I'm gonna be making a move. And it didn't take in that window, within a 6-month window, 6 months. What happened in 6 months? Just kind of share with them. And my system for that is clear. Like I get it. I get it. So in 6 months,
We were at the point where we knew that we were going to be together. He made the statement to me as it relates to Dominic that I was going to be the only mother that he would know. So he made that statement early on. So
very clear. I was very clear. And I think that right there speaks to a different caliber of man.
It does. And it was not, so it was that along with the fact. So I want to back up to the night that he had the roses for me. The other thing that I do remember that really stole my heart, which may seem kind of small.
Ooh, I'm finding out something because she never told me I stole her heart. She never said that. So everybody tune in. This is major.
So it's nothing big. It was something small. We ended up going to the Double T Diner. He took me to the Double T Diner. It was him and my now brother-in-law and a couple of the other saints.
Shout out to my brother Sean.
He took me to Double T Diner and all of us went together. To me, that said a lot. So it wasn't just the two of us, and it was Dominic with us. So that meant a lot to me. Because so I didn't remember exactly how many roses that he had given me, 2 to 3 dozen, but I did remember what happened.
You're so disrespectful.
I am not.
No, she talking about me when I was saying what I was saying. She always coming for me. She don't never come for you.
Keep coming for him, Lady Tracy. But to me, that meant, that said a lot to me. So him taking me out, it wasn't a fancy restaurant. I mean, it was just a Double T Diner. It wasn't expensive, but he still treated me like a lady, which I deserve to be treated like. And the fact that he made the statement that I was going to be the only woman that his son would know as a mother. And that said a lot, especially coming from a man which says, I refuse to allow women to interact with my very young son, because Dominic was a little under a year and a half.
He was just coming up on his second birthday
when I met him. So that says a lot. And that's something you would normally hear a woman say, that she's not going to allow her kids, especially younger kids, to interact with several men. So I thought that was quite admirable to hear that coming from a man, which said to me he cared about his son. He cared about who was around his son. So he was very, very protective of him. So those two things right there stood out.
I knew, you know, I didn't want that, because Dominic had very early memories of his mother, and I didn't want him to have all of these memories of women coming in and out of our lives. I didn't want that. So I made that so clear to her. I mean, I made it bluntly clear as I was in my mother's house. I made it bluntly clear. And then, just to speak to the whole Double T Diner, and again, I just need you to kind of, you know, take what you can from this, what we're sharing, and use it however you want. But I just want you to be clear and not have blurred lines, so that you can, you know, just be wise in how you're going to move with relationship. The Double T Diner. Now, I could have taken her to any fancy restaurant. I could have. I really could have. And I was in a position to do it, because here's the other thing that I did in the moment. Now, with no job, now I'm blowing money, roses, and I went to a very exclusive florist, because I mean, those roses, the roses were fully budded. They were well dressed. I made sure that they were cut a certain way. I mean, and they came with each rose had the individual water stems, so that way each one was being well preserved, and I also made sure that I helped her with the roses, because she first lady don't have a green thumb, y'all. She don't have a green thumb.
See, what do you keep
I'm
coming
sorry.
from?
I'm sorry, baby. So I did all that, but the whole thing behind the Double T Diner was I wanted her to understand. Yup, I can go from one extreme to the next. I did not want her to think that I was trying to totally overwhelm her. I wanted her to know that, yup, I just overwhelmed you with these roses. But now let's calm down and let's be practical. And I just want to show you that I'm that guy up here and I'm that guy down here. So we went to the Double T Diner, and might I add, we had a great time. We had a great time. And I actually, did I pick you up? No, you and Aja were together.
That's right.
You and Aja were together.
That's right.
Boy, my memory. Look at that. I'm telling you, that boy memory is on. So Aja and First Lady were together, and then Sean and I and DJ were together. And so no,
Quiet.
Oh, you know what?
Was yes,
Yep,
sure.
yep.
Quiet
Quiet was there.
okay.
Yeah, Quiet was there.
My memory, huh?
Yep. Quiet was there. Quiet was
Yes,
there.
she
Yep,
was.
Quiet was there. So and so we all left, and I hugged her. I ain't trying nothing fancy. I think First Lady was trying to squeeze my butt, but I ain't gonna tell y'all that. So and we hugged and we left.
Wow.
So and then it started the whole process. It started after that, and then we dated and all of that. So within 6 months, within 6 months, I was out of my mother's house. I got a condominium. I'm sorry, not a condominium. I got a townhouse in Catonsville, a beautiful townhouse in Catonsville. And I mean, that became the hangout place, because you would come over and then everybody would come over. I would cook dinner. I mean, we would grill. Some people never knew that you could take an apple pie and you can grill it or cook it on the grill. And we did all that stuff on the grill, and Tia would come over, and I mean, everybody would come over. I mean, my house was the place to be. And I mean, I laid it out. Leather furniture, big screen TV. I laid it out. So again, I went from no job, no being at my mom, no car, got a car, got a truck. Matter of fact, because my uncle and I worked it out, got the truck. I had an expedition, and I mean, a lot of stuff happened. So
there was progress, is what he was saying.
Which is what I'm alluding to, that, okay, if you meet him there, he can't stay there. If you meet him there, he can't stay there. He's got to prove that, number one, in the transition is also proving that he's man enough to take care of you. That's what a woman needs to know. Are you man enough to take care of me? If I fall into a situation, can you take care of me? Well, if you can't take care of you, chances are you ain't gonna be able to take care of me. So, and all of that, and then shortly after that, we went a little ways further. And I will also say, we didn't live together before we got married. We was definitely having sex before we got married, but we didn't live together before we got married. We did get the apartment, we did everything, and the following week, we wound up getting married, and we moved to Laurel, and then we started our life together. So that was over a 2.5 year period. So there was a lot that happened, but I was in Temple. Through all of that situation. So,
and even, let me say this, and even though there was transition going on, was it perfect? No. We still had, even up to the point when we got married, there were still things that both of us had to work out, and some things I would say we didn't really realize until after we got married. So we just didn't wake up and get here. It was a long process.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But we learned a lot. We definitely learned a lot. There was some great times. There was some contentious times. Um, and if there was ever a statement that was applicable to what we went through in the early years, it is the coming together of two lives is the collision of two histories. That's what was really happening. There was a lot of stuff that was in me. There was a lot of stuff that was in First Lady, and that stuff was trying to come together. And I'll tell you something. It was like two planes just like hit one another, and then they trying to exist as one, but it was just a mess. There was a lot of stuff that was wrong. So we went through a lot of transition, a lot of hurt, lot of misunderstandings. A lot of it had to do with where we were coming from. So I just wanted to just kind of drop that as we're going into Valentine's Day to the possibility of what could be in your life if there's a prospect of any kind. Just be sagacious in how you're looking at it. Use your good judgment. Some things you just got to look at it and see. Listen to how he talks. Look at his movements. Weigh all of that stuff in the balance, because it does play a very pivotal role in the possibility. It plays a role. I was very candid. First Lady didn't have to guess about nothing. I was so intentful.
And he was consistent.
Lord Jesus. Now, there's a word from God right there. If I said I was going to be someplace, I was there. And in every way, I never, and let me just say this, and it was just because of the man in me. First, they did a phenomenal job at that time, but I think there was only one time that you actually paid for a date that we were on. We went out to Hyattsville. We went to the Ruby Tuesdays, and you
I
paid.
can say it was a mini.
No, it was, and it wasn't because I couldn't. You just, you wanted to just pay, because I typically would pay, and I didn't have an issue with that at all, not at all. And it was, and you could say it's old fashioned or whatever, but that's just how I was bred. But it also allowed me to build up good credibility with First Lady, because she got a chance to see I wasn't trying to take anything from you. And for a good period of time, First Lady was making, way more money than me. So hey, don't try to make that the thing. There just has to be contribution. There has to be contribution, and it has to be contribution where it may not be equal amounts of money, but there's equal sacrifice. That's the equal sacrifice. And as long as there's equal sacrifice, and as long as there's growth happening, I think that things can work out. I think things can work out. But I will also say, use good judgment. Use good judgment. You'll look at the situation. You'll be able to tell, if this guy's real intentful, or if he just bunch of foolishness. You'll be able to see. You'll be able to see. So I think that's a great way to kind of lead into Valentine's Day. I pray that everybody got something out of it. I pray that you thought through everything, because I certainly want everybody to understand that it can happen for you. Okay, it can happen. All right, it can happen. It really can. But just take your time. Just take your time. If you want to give, we certainly encourage you to give. Always, as we're building and we're coming to you, this is our opportunity to be a blessing to you. We certainly pray that this is a blessing to you. Yeah, we could talk about the prayer part, and because there were times when we were praying together for a long period of time, and a lot of times still today we still do that. It's very needed. It's very needed. So there are a lot of other nuances that I would definitely tell you that you have to do that are part of the building of a good relationship. But if you want to give, there's the information right there. Go ahead and you can do it from your phone at 410-873-9100. You can do it from Cash App, One Love Center, $One Love Center, or go right to the website, www.tlcmd.org. As always, I also want to encourage you to purchase the book. I'm trying to, right there, I want you to purchase the book. Once you purchase the book, The Making of a Doyen Leader, The Expository of Leadership and Success, it is on Amazon. So you can go right to Amazon and you can purchase it in the search. While you're on Amazon, just search The Making of a Doyen Leader. The cost is definitely still, $23.99. So please take the liberty to do that, or you can Cash App directly to me. We'll get the book right out to you. We would love to be able to do that. Cash App is $Bishop T. Smith, or you can do it right from our website, www.tlcmd.org/book.html. All right. Again, want to make sure that you are subscribing to our Love Center YouTube page so that way you can stay in touch with everything that we are doing and that is going to be happening at the Love Center. Again, I just want to reiterate that we are hiring. We're hiring. So if you're interested, please take the liberty to reach out to us at 443-898-8178 at area code 443. Or you can reach us at bishoptsmith@hotmail.com. If you are in need of financial services, if you're in need of insurance, please take the liberty to reach out to me at www.ifsguy.com, or you can also reach us at www.smithfirm.agency. That's www.smithfirm.agency. And if somebody could put that in a chat, I'd appreciate that. www.smithfirm.agency. smithfirm.agency, and you can reach out to me. We would love to be able to help you. Or again, you can give us a call at the office, 443-898-8178, or you can call our other office at 443-898-8348. All right. Either office, we would be more than happy to assist you in your financial needs. Listen, it's been great for this midweek motivation. I pray that, it blessed you, and I pray that you're taking it, applying it to your life. For those of you that are aspiring to date or you're in a relationship, listen, sometimes you just got to look at things a little differently, look at the abstract of it, and maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something there. Or maybe it's garbage and you just need to throw it away. I want to make that clear too. Sometimes it's just trash. Throw it away. Throw it away. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time.
I wouldn't call it trash.
No, it's trash. No, it's garbage. Garbage. It's not good. It's not good.
It may not be for you.
No, it's garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's no good. It's DOA. Who's mine? Mine? Is it mine? But no, we should be good. It may be your phone, champ. Maybe your phone. All right, listen. Again, it's been great. It's been great. Sounds like the kids with the sound like kids with the trash. Okay. I don't know what to think about that one. Listen, I want everybody to enjoy the rest of the week. Join us Sunday at 11 a.m. Sunday at 11 a.m. for the Love Center Cathedral virtual experience. We have a huge announcement coming up. Huge announcement coming up. I want everybody to tune in on this coming Sunday. Huge announcement. A lot of great things that are happening. Oh my goodness. And I can't wait to share it with you. So please make sure you tune in for the Love Center virtual experience. First Lady, you got anything else? You beautiful self.
I do not have anything else.
No.
But thank you all for tuning in. Broadcast tonight. We we're glad to have you with us.
Absolutely. And as always, this is the Love Center Cathedral. It is truly a church where love is in the center. It's who we are. It's what we do. Listen, everybody be good, be safe. Until we see you on this coming Sunday at 11 a.m., we are so delighted to be able to bring this broadcast to you. So everybody be good. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Take care, everybody.